Hey, what's up guys? I'm Sal. Thanks for checking out the video. Just kind of hanging out in the garage tonight and figured I'd tackle a small project on the Nissan. I got a new fan clutch and fan to go on because the one that's on there is pretty beat. So should be a pretty quick project, so let's just get right into it. So looking at the clutch that's on here, you're not supposed to be able to do this. I've never had any problems with overheating or anything, but I mean, man, this, I guess it's the bearing inside is probably just toast. But yeah, so it's good that we're doing this. We'll just pop this guy off. It's just 4 10mm nuts, and then it just slides right out. And fortunately, because my shroud is all cracked, I can just pull it right out the top without having to disconnect anything. So it makes it a little bit easier. Okay, so we got the old one over here, and these fans have caused me so much confusion. I know that this fan clutch was banned for a while, so I actually ordered a replacement one. I got one that was for a SR20, but it was like some off-brand one, and it didn't work. So I was like, probably just because it was not name brand. And then I bought this one that is name brand. It's the OE, fan clutch that's provided to Nissan. I got it from a guy on Facebook. I think his name's Alex Chang, but he sells all like OEM Nissan stuff. And then it didn't fit with this fan either, so I was like, what the heck? And then I just screw it, I'll just buy a new fan too, because this fan isn't really bad. It looks old, but nothing's cracked or anything. So I bought a new fan, and come to find out, even the fans are different. So I don't know what this came off of, but it sure isn't an SR fan clutch or fan. I don't know if it's a KA one, but I thought the KAs were like basically the same thing. So I don't know if this is off of like the CA18 or some other Nissan truck engine. I don't know. I really don't know. But regardless, we'll be going back to the stock SR21. I thought about upgrading to the GK Tech fan, but I don't know. I think I'm not drifting and cooling down in the pits or anything like that. So I think, a normal stock fan will be perfectly fine for my case. So you can see the two fans on top of each other here, and they both have the funky Nissan blade layout. It's like 3 and then a space and then 2. It's funky. I'm sure there's some engineering reason why they did that, but it just looks a little funky. But you can see the bottom one is just bigger. Like the the diameter and the circumference of the middle part is just bigger. The holes are, offset more to the outside, and the blades are just longer. Like even if we line this up on the end, the blades on the bottom one are just bigger. So again, I don't know what the other fan goes to, but if you do know, let me know in the comments. I'd really appreciate it. I'm really just curious more than anything. Comparing the two fan clutches, you can see just the size difference on the old one versus the one that belongs on the SR20. It's also just a little bit shorter, so I don't think we should have any clearance issues, but yeah, it's just crazy. Like, I don't know what this belongs on. So yeah, but you can definitely see how much bigger it is compared to the SR21. This helps at all. The center to center on the bolt holes on either side is roughly 133 millimeters on the one for the SR20, and on the other one it's more like 147, 8-ish. So yeah, I'm not sure. Well, nice, easy as that. 4 nuts and the new fan clutch is on. It's just such a pain to get in here to do it, and I even have the broken shroud. I can't even imagine with the full shroud here. It'd be a big pain. But yeah, it's on. No longer flopping around all over the place, so we should be good to go. Also got to give a huge shout out to my parents again for these awesome lights that they gave me for Christmas. It's so nice to have all this light under the engine bay. It just makes doing these kind of jobs so much nicer. So thanks, Mom and Dad. Okay, so it's actually been a couple weeks, and everything seems to be working perfectly fine. I've actually been driving the car a ton. This past week, I drove it to work every day, and yeah, it's kind of funny with the old clutch fan in there. I never actually heard the fan like over the sound of the exhaust, but with this new setup, once the car gets up to operating temp and the fan kind of needs to help regulate its temperature in there, uh, it's pretty loud. There's a couple times where I was driving like the first day, and I was like, "Is there like a dump truck around here?" And then I realized it was like the fan on the front of my car that was making all that noise, and I was like, "Holy crap!" But I think it's working properly because the fan doesn't kick on right away. Like you don't hear it when the car is cold and still warming up. But I was sitting in traffic for a while. It's hot out, and after a little bit, I could definitely hear the fan a lot louder because it's got to work to keep the coolant cool. But yeah, so far so good, and I'll keep you guys updated on how it's holding up over time. Okay, well that's gonna do it for this one. Really quick and easy, but I just figured I'd document it. I'll have the part numbers for the fan clutch, and then also the lights. I'll have those linked down below because they're freaking awesome. It's a game changer when you're working under the hood. But yeah, I've been driving the car a lot more lately, so kind of figured I'd do some good maintenance on it. But I feel like the car's actually been really liking being driven. I feel like it idles smoother, just has a nice clean power band, and not running into any weird electrical issues that I was running into before when it would just sit for a month or so. So yeah, I'm super happy with it. Excited to drive it more now that spring and summer are here, and hope you guys are excited to see it too. So thanks so much for watching. Thanks for subscribing, and have a great rest of your day.